Twilight. Children in the country go to bed at twilight. Twilight is not day or night. It is the time between. Cecile and I share one small room and a bed. Every night, Madame Raffine kisses us goodnight. As soon as she closes the door, Cecile and I go to the open window. Cecile always sits on the left, I always sit on the right. Look, Cecile says, gazing outside, the sky is turning a deeper and deeper blue. Everything is so beautiful, and we're alive. We thank God for our day. Tonight, Cecile always says, a bomb could fall and we could die. Let's say goodbye to our parents. So far, no bombs have fallen in the country, but Cecile cannot forget the ones in Paris. To make her feel better, I go along with what Cecile tells me to do. I imagine my mother's face. It floats in the air just outside my window. I tell her everything I have done that day, even the bad things. I ask her to forgive me, and she does. Then it is my father's turn. My father's face is always the one in the photograph. Madame Raffine put on our mantelpiece. If you remember, she grabbed that picture at the last minute from her apartment of her dad. There's the actual picture that they had on their mantelpiece when she lived in the country of her dad. Papa never smiles. I can't feel his rough cheek or hear his voice. I can't see the brown or shine of his eyes. He is barely real to me anymore. Still, he is my father, so I talk to him. When I am done, Cecile takes her turn. While she talks to her parents, I study the stone wall across from us. In the fading light, it looks safe and strong, like the wall of a fort. When Cecile's parents have vanished from outside our window, Cecile closes the shutter. Night enters our room. We hug each other and say, if we die tonight, may we meet in heaven tomorrow. At last, we climb into bed. Cecile goes first against the wall, then me on the outside. Time to sleep. Sometimes when I open my eyes in the morning, I'm not sure where I am. In heaven already, maybe? I make up a way to check. If the chest of drawers is still across the room, then I know I am in my new village. No one knows what it's like in heaven, but I'm pretty sure there are no chests of drawers there. Every day in the country brings new wonders. I love to listen to Bible stories and the lives of the saints at my school. Our teachers tell us these stories are about real people, good people who lived in other places and times, not fairy tale people. Now all these people are in heaven with God. I hope I will meet them one day in heaven, especially Saint Bernadette and Saint Teresa, who are French like me. Because one day I hope I can meet them one day who are French like me. Sorry guys, I got mixed up. I run to the church to pray. The quiet and peace there, the smell of beeswax, the flickering candles, the light that shines through the colored windows, all these things calm me. Sometimes, alone with God in church, I talk to him. I tell him everything. I thank him for bringing me to the country. I tell him I miss my mother, Madame Marie, and my cousins. But I make sure he knows I don't want to go back to Paris. I'm just too afraid. One day, when I'm at church, an answer comes. A peasant woman comes in. She kneels in front of the altar. She talks to Mary out loud, the way I talk to God in my heart. She calls her Madame Marie. Ah, so Mary has the same name as my godmother. It's my godmother's job to protect me, and she already has. She knows so many things. I'm sure she'll know how to fix things with Mary. Far away. Life seems so safe in the country. But I know it isn't, not really. Many people in the country are afraid of Jewish people. They think Jews bring trouble. If they knew who we really were, they might tell the enemy soldiers about us. That's why we have to pretend to be Christians. Mama, my half-remembered Papa, Madame Marie, and Monsieur Henry, they are all so far away. I try to remember our square. I can barely see the face of the thinker or hear the splash of the fountain. I know Sophie's hiding in the country, but I don't know what happened to Sarah and Henriette, to Charles, Serge, and Maurice. Maybe they've gone away too. Paris seems only a faraway word, light as a goose feather. Still, Madame Raffine makes us write letters there every week. I always write the same thing to my mother. I am in good health. I hope you are too. Everyone here is nice. I do my homework. If you come to visit, please bring Charlotte. One day, Madame Raffine tells me my mother will come at Christmas. I can't wait to see her and my doll. But what if she wants to take me back to Paris? I don't want to go. The children here all play with me. I have new brothers and sisters. We always have as much good food to eat as we want. And I can walk to school with my friends. We can go anywhere we want. We can explore the village and the woods and the streams all by ourselves. I know the reason I feel safe in the country. It's because here I am not just Jewish. In Paris, I am just a Jew. I do want to see Mama, but I don't want to go back to Paris. I don't want to hide from bombs and scary soldiers. I don't want to wear a yellow star. I don't want to be afraid all the time. I don't want to live like that ever again. Mama comes. I count the days in December, and Mama comes at last. Jews aren't allowed to travel, so she took off her yellow star. The train was crowded with Christmas travelers. No one stopped her to find out if she was Jewish. My mother's coat, the smell of her hair and her perfume, her arms around me, these things make everything else around me disappear. I want to show Mama my new village. Not yet, she says. First, I must talk to the Raffine family. Go outside and play for a while. But Mama, did you bring Charlotte? I asked. She opens her small suitcase and out comes my doll. She still wears the very dress knitted by Mama's hands and the apron I made with my godmother. I hug Charlotte. How I have missed her. I take her outside on the swing. Together, we fly high into the sky. At last, Mama comes out of the house. She's looping her silk scarf around her neck, her chin high, her face shining. Now I remember, that's how she looks when she is happy. At last, it's time to take Mama to see what I love most. The Christmas manger in the church. Look, here's the baby Jesus and his mother and father and the ox and the donkey. The animals breathe on the baby to keep him warm. The statues are almost as big as real people. Mary gazes with loving eyes at her baby. He holds out his arms and smiles at all the world. I wish I could pick him up and hug him, kiss his fat pink cheeks. But Mama looks at it all, then looks away. I've made a terrible mistake. How could I forget she doesn't like things like this? She can't get out of the church and down the steps fast enough. When we're back on the street, Mama breathes a sigh of relief. It's so dark and musty in there. It's like an old lady's room, crowded with knickknacks. Mama likes the bakery better. She can't take her eyes off the giant brioche. White bread is impossible to get in Paris, she says. I show her the window of the general store, too. Look at the wool, Mama says. So many colors. I remember the game I used to play in Paris with Sarah. If I had my choice of one thing from the general store window, would I pick the wool for my mother to knit? My eyes move to a silver rosary with pearl beads. It's so beautiful. Maybe I'd pick that. I study them both. Suddenly, I feel my mother's eyes on me. Let's move along now, Odette, she says. She steers me away from the shop window. Oh dear, I've done it again. There must be something I can show Mama that she'll like. I know, I'll take Mama to my school. Creeks crisscross through snowy meadows. Here and there is a small farm, with smoke trailing from the chimney. It's so beautiful, Mama says. But when we arrive at the school, she won't go past the gate. All I can show her is the cross and the pretty statue of the Virgin Mary outside. I don't understand all this fuss over crosses and statues, she says. But one day, if I come here to live, I suppose you must teach me everything. No one must guess that I'm not a Christian. Mama? Here? Could she really come here and stay? I know all the saints and holy days and when to stand and sit and kneel in church. I know every single prayer by heart. If she comes, I'll teach Mama everything.